All right, what is good, Z Nation? This is the DailyXander number 59. It is 11, actually take that back. It is 12:40 in the afternoon on a Sunday, December 18th, 2016. I've just been dilly-dallying around at Whole Foods this morning, primarily just doing a little work. Mostly though, got some breakfast there and watched a couple of YouTube videos and also a couple of products or pieces of equipment that we use at the gym that I work at to get a little more acquainted with. And right now I'm just walking back to my crib and waiting to get picked up because I'm going to a little get together with some of the employees. And it's at a client's house. It's kind of like a thank you for the employees. And it's just a kind of relaxful, I guess you'd say, barbecue session. So gonna enjoy that. Quick little side note I want to inject when it comes to having and carrying on conversations literally with anybody, as long as you guys speak the same language, of course. You could kind of follow a simple acronym going about it when you're having conversations with other people, and I'll call it the Ford conversation placeholder. And so the acronym Ford, F would be family. So everybody at one point and another has family, and that's something you can squeak into, or I should say squeak in. It's something you can have a conversation with somebody about. And obviously if it's a complete stranger, you don't want to just ask them right straight off the bat into the conversation without building up a little some prior conversation. Just right off the bat ask, do you have any siblings, kind of thing. Like usually you can point something out and relate it back to, for instance, that food reminds, like, say you're eating food kind of thing. This food reminds me that one time when I was in such and so city or whatever with my brother, and he ended up getting like food poisoning or something like those lines. And then, do you have any siblings, kind of thing. So, at least what I found, family is definitely an easy topic to talk about with anybody. Next one for the O in Ford would be occupation. So what do they do for a living? A good portion of anyone's life, or most people's life, is spent doing some. All right, back at it. Just got a phone call. Back to what the O stands for, occupation. Good portion of a person's life is going to be spent doing a job or an occupation. Don't want to give out numbers because that's just an estimate, but good majority of your time, occupation. And that's another thing I found. People like to talk oftentimes what they do for a living, and then you can relate that to the next item, which is the R, which would be recreation. What do they enjoy doing when they're not working? So this could be like hobbies, interests, activities, kind of stuff. And a lot of times I find I learn stuff that I've never even heard of, and that just brings even more greater interest to them, where they have to explain it often to me, and that definitely helps with carrying on the conversation. The last one, the D, would be dreams. So what are they interested on pursuing in the future? What motivates them, kind of ordeal. And a lot of times the way society operates is we're pushed to not always often follow our dreams and go with kind of more the safety netting decision when it comes to life decisions. And just being able to hear what somebody has for dreams can really show that you're willing to, or so really show that you're highly interested in learning what they have to say, and that just makes it even more of a deeper and meaningful conversation that you have with somebody, and it really gets them to open up from both sides of the conversation. Anyway, that's a little just thought had there. Also got some of that from a video I watched a little earlier, but even previously from the conversations I've had with lots of strangers over the past couple years. Those are definitely some key talking points that you can have with anybody. And just think about it, if you were on a plane or a train sitting next to a random stranger, how would you go about striking up a conversation and then holding that conversation for the duration of the trip? And I remember I listened to a podcast one time of this author he's a famous author and an interviewer who wrote about his travels going throughout Europe, and he would always reference back what made him such a great interviewer is he would just treat every interview as if he was on a train and the person he was interviewing was sitting next to him on that train, and how he would go about just striking up a conversation and carrying the conversation kind of thing, and usually just laughs with stuff like that. All right, my ride's here. I will catch you later. Peace. House party right now.
Hello, Alex.
Hey, Mr. Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you. Fireworks. What is good? Back to the DailyXander number 59, coming to you at night in the shadows, but nonetheless, I am back. I just got back from a barbecue that went from about 1:45 to roughly probably 7:30. That's when we left. Really fun time, great atmosphere. Watched a little bit of a football game and just kind of hung out in more of the countryside area. So I'm just somewhat getting acquainted. I need to look on a map exactly where I was at. I didn't exactly know my bearings, but it was outside the Seminole County, which I'm currently at, back in Altamont Springs. And it was probably about almost an hour away from my current location. This car's screeching right now. Don't know what's going on with it. It's got obviously some engine troubles. some severe engine troubles. Hopefully all is good with them. Yeah, it's about an hour away in the countryside, huge property, large lake. As you saw, there were fireworks shot out later at the end of the night, which was really neat. Really neat family. It's a family with one of the clients that go to core. He has some pretty severe spinal cord injury, so he's doesn't have much mobility, but nonetheless really humble and hardworking family as far as the day-to-day things they do to help out their son. So really cool experience to be able to go to their house and just to get to know them a little better in a different setting. Really neat. I'm currently right now, since I didn't do any laundry, I gotta call tomorrow, see if I can get my laundry card to use the facilities. I didn't get laundry done. So right now, I'm going to Marshall's right now in order to hopefully see if I can pick up just some clothes that'll kind of hold me over for next week or so, get me by for workout clothes wise. I had to end up throwing a pair of tennis shoes away that I had for probably over 4 or 5 years. Because it was funny, the same day I kind of smelled. I was kind of going around doing work saying like, "What? There's something in this room smells," kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure it was my tennis shoes. The years of compounding sweat in them probably hit a threshold. And of course I wear them on a daily basis, so I'm used to the smell and stuff like that. But obviously to a third party nose, that's not going to be the case. So I just casually picked them up without anybody noticing, and I threw them away, kind of thing. So that was funny in that sense. But yeah, I'm just heading to Marshall's since it's right nearby. Who knows what they got? About to find out. Yeah, we'll see. Dresses, women's activewear. I want to say, there's a little bit of men's stuff. So Go find out. Ba 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 ba. Just your normal traditional store. Oh, they got a foam roller. I need to get a foam roller here pretty soon. My body's getting pretty tight as of late. Ba 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 ba. It's active. Sunny Nelly shorts. It's mine. Alright, there's some shorts I can look, so more updates to follow.